Time now for another In the Legal Know with Vincent J. Russo. And today, Vincent is here to talk about a topic that is essential for everyone to understand: health care directives. Thanks for being here, Vincent. I'm going to go right into the basics because you hear that word, health care directives. I don't know what it means. Take it away. Can you explain it to us?
Okay, well, today it's a timely topic because I wish you the best that you have a speedy recovery.
Thank you, Vincent. What were you going to call me?
I'm not going to call you Froggy.
Yeah.
I will not do that.
I'm going to call you Froggy.
I won't do that.
It's all right.
Yeah, this is really important because when you think about the big picture for each individual, it's about well-being, family, and your faith. And we're going to touch on all of that when it comes to healthcare directives. So let's just jump right in and talk about a document called a healthcare directive, and it's a legal document. And so this document appoints someone to make medical decisions for you if you're not able to. It's pretty straightforward. It ensures that your medical wishes are respected. So this is a critical document because you could have a situation, be in a car accident and you're unconscious. Someone needs to come in and make decisions, and there are laws that apply here. And so this healthcare directive allows someone to step in. Now, just so we can be clear some of the air about terminology for a moment. All right, healthcare directive. It's also known, depending on what state you reside in, as a healthcare power of attorney, or a durable power of attorney for healthcare, or an advanced healthcare directive, or a healthcare surrogate decision-making document. In New York, it's called a healthcare proxy.
Oh.
All right, so different states have called a healthcare directive by a different term. It's all the same. It's all about a document that allows you to control the decision-making process. If you're not able to speak for yourself, you appoint someone who can step in and make those decisions for you.
A lot of different names, but ultimately the same purpose, right? Are there pros and cons, or can you talk about that?
Yeah, the pro is so significant. It allows you to control those decisions. It allows you to ensure that the person you appoint will act based on your own beliefs, your religious beliefs, your moral beliefs, what you would or would not want in a healthcare situation. So it gives peace of mind to the family too, because they may not be comfortable making that decision unless they know what you want. So putting it in a document helps a lot. What's the con? People don't like talking about these things, right? And so they may be uncomfortable about making some decisions and putting it into a legal document. But I say get over it because you want to protect yourself, make sure those decisions are right for you, and also ease the burden on your family.
Yeah, I mean, when you say that, that you don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. It's kind of the same thing when you're talking about putting a will together or a trust or something like that. Is it the same formal requirements as that, or is this different?
Yeah, so legal documents, there's always going to be requirements, key requirements that must be met. And so state by state will dictate what that document should say and what the requirements are. So I'll just give an example here for New York. With a healthcare proxy, you must have capacity. You have to have the ability to understand what you're doing at the time you're signing the document. It has to be in writing, signed by you and dated. And you have to have 2 witnesses that also will sign that document. You don't have to have it notarized. So New York has its proxy law, but it's going to vary state by state.
Okay. Now, weird question. The healthcare proxy, is that the document or is that the person that is it both? The person that you're assigning to take care of it? Sorry, I just was a little
that's a good
confused.
question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So the healthcare proxy is the document.
Okay.
The person you're appointing is the agent, or sometimes referred to as the proxy. All right, so that's the person making those decisions for you.
Okay.
Right? So let's just, let me share some tips, because I think that's probably what you're going to ask me, right?
Yeah, that is what I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, and so here are some of the tips. Appoint the right agent. Who's the right agent? Someone who understands your beliefs and thinking about healthcare decisions, and they would follow through, that they would be comfortable making those decisions for you. Communicate with that person those decisions that you would like to have made. It's really important that there be a lot of communication with the agent. And then lastly, the third tip would be share your healthcare proxy document, your healthcare directive with your family, with the agent, of course, with your doctor, so that they all are in tune with what you have decided in terms of who's going to step in. Avoids family disputes.
Okay, and I know that you were saying there's so many different names from different states and everything, right. So are there different laws and rules? Like we're here in New York, is it different in Florida? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an excellent point, because the laws will vary and the requirements are going to vary. So you really have to make sure you're executing the right healthcare directive based on where you reside. And if you move, you may want to then execute new healthcare directives in the state you move to. But I will say that in the United States, if you execute a healthcare directive and it's valid in the state you do it, it will be upheld in another state or jurisdiction. So I sign a healthcare proxy in New York, but I have a medical issue in Florida. The Florida hospital will accept the New York proxy.
All right, but so people are watching. Some people don't have this. Right. Maybe they're still not going to do it, but then they get into that car accident and there needs to be a medical decision. What happens if you don't have this?
Yeah, don't say that they won't do it, please.
No, I'm saying, I'm trying to motivate them.
I know.
This is called reverse psychology.
Oh, okay, that's beautiful, because put pressure on people.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone should have this document if they're age 18 or older. A healthcare directive. But if you don't, some states have implemented laws that allow individuals to step in for you, and there's a pecking order. So in New York, we have the New York Healthcare Decisions Making Act, and that really sets out a list of people, basically following, the closest blood related, who can step in and make decisions. But let's say we get to tier 3 or 4, whatever the number is, and it's children, and in my family, I'm one of 8. All 8 of us can step in at the same time. There's going to be a lot of confusion. There may be disagreements. So you don't want to leave it to, I don't have a document, but there's this default law, perhaps, that's going to step in. It's absolutely in your best interest to sign a healthcare directive today.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. So final words of encouragement, and how do we get this done? Where can we go for assistance?
Yeah, so I could just share real quickly that I've been involved with families when there's been no document or the document wasn't properly signed, and the heartache and the emotional distress that it causes, that's what we want to avoid. That's what I'm urging people to get around and not have that happen to them. So states may have forms for this with instructions, and you can download them. So in New York, for example, you can go to www.health.ny.gov, and you can get a healthcare proxy form. You don't need an attorney, with instructions. Or you can go to our website at vjrussolaw.com, and we have a guide and explanations on all of this.
All right, and where do we keep this form? Do we submit this form somewhere?
Yeah, you keep it in a safe place in your house. You make copies. You give it to your agent. You give it to your doctor. You give it to family.
Okay.
And that way everybody knows what you want.
Always a wealth of knowledge, Vincent. Thank you again.
My pleasure, and feel better.